Morning. So I'm out here at the rack ranch, as we call it, and we call that because we've got this real thick property here that holds so many bucks, because I've got 250 acre cow pastures over here, and then on the other side there are 3 residents, but this whole back 25 acres back here is nothing but thick deer woods. Anyways, so we call it the rack ranch because we've already counted over 75 bucks just going through the fields and stuff. Today I'm just going to walk you up. I'll show you the food plots we've got worked in. I'm actually battling a chemical issue up there, so I'm going to do one more till, put in a couple rows of purple top turnip. Before I begin, I always forget to link to stuff because you guys always have questions about, okay, what clover did you plant? What winter peas? So down in the description below, I'm going to link to a couple things. I'll link to the Moonshine Gold, which is the attractant we use for our stands and cameras. I'll link to all the seeds, the purple top turnip, the clover, and the snow peas, and what else? Heck, I'll even link to the UTV thing I got. Anything I'm talking about in the description below, I'll put one link. It'll have all that stuff on one page. Otherwise, I don't have a way to find it. So let's go ahead and let's go to the video. So today, I'm going to be planting purple top turnip. That backyard's looking good, holding out. There's the new 600-foot deep well that we drilled, ready for the pump, the water line. There's the barn. We restored that barn. So here I am, Idiot Doc, out here alone on a Sunday morning again. So I've got my cultivator, and the cultivator is just basically these little plows, little tines. And then I redneck it up with some extra cinder blocks, attach it to the back of the UTV, and today I may have to throw this thing into 4-wheel drive. So you can see these orange flags. This is where I ran it, and we did snow peas. The problem we've had is we believe it's with the diquat that we used. See how all this is turning purple? That, we believe, is from long-term diquat residual. Normally we would just use a glyphosate, but we had horse nettle in here, and so we hit it hard. And we hit it hard 2 or 3 times to try and kill off a lot of that horse nettle. And it's gotten rid of most of the horse nettle, but the problem is it's taken so long for that diquat to actually work out of the soil. You know, soil microbes usually take it out within 3 or 4 weeks. Usually 2 to 3 weeks, but man, it's just hanging around. So what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to open up the ground to get some fresh soil where the diquat has been worked out and been eaten by the microbes. So I'll probably just put 3 in, and I'm going to plant some purple top turnip. Whew. So you can see what this thing does. All it really does is just stick some fingers in the ground and just go about 3 inches, 4 inches deep. But it's perfect for this. So what's nice is a lot of these plants, like these beans right here, they will actually they'll still survive, even though they're turned up. They'll still grow. So all these, anything that's growing in here, I've found actually will continue to grow. But I need to get down some purple top turnip and some soil that doesn't have that stupid diquat in it. The rest of the field's looking pretty good, actually. So I've tilled 3 rows that I'm going to do heavy in purple top turnip. The rows with the flags are actually heavy in snow peas, but they also have clover and turnip and brassica. There's a good mix in there. But this is a good experiment. I also am doing soil tests on both the upper field and on the lower fields. I'm doing soil tests again. But we'll see what happens. So I'm just going to hand seed this now. There are deer tracks all over this place. So last night I actually had my live view camera on, and there were 4 bucks hanging around that feeder. And then at the end of the field, the does were sitting there waiting for them to move out. It was such a cool video. Let me see if I can find it and put it up. I don't know if the quality is going to be that good, but the bucks were hanging up here, and there was 1 buck. Let me put up a picture of this guy. We have a few different classes of buck up here, or genetics. One is your standard nice 8, then you have a short tine 10, we'll call it, and then we have these tall basket racks. I mean, there's some big ones, and the tines actually come up and touch up above almost. So we call that our genetic basket racks. Pretty cool. So purple top turnip, the seed is actually really tiny. I don't know if you can see it. Super tiny. So I'm going to spread it down these 3, and then I'm going to go put some on any bare spots back over there. Oh man, if you want a good workout, go do some of this stuff by hand. So I took my leveling rake, which I got at Lowe's, and I just dragged it behind me as I walked, putting some pressure down. Remember, seed, the rule of thumb for planting seeds is twice the depth of the seed height. A lot of people are shocked by that. So if you have a seed that's only a 1/16 of an inch tall, that means you're going to plant it an 1/8 of an inch in the soil. So it doesn't have to go deep. That's why a lot of these broadcast mixes work, because they get covered with something. So anyways, that's all done. I think I'm going to really be happy with my winter peas. I hope. I'm really hoping. And it looks like that might have had a little bit of alfalfa in it too, that clover mix that I had. That's what it looks like to me. Oh, you know what? I know what that is. The winter pea mix that I bought, I'll link to it down below, actually has, I think, some alfalfa or something in it. I keep seeing all these grass blades. But, hey, I'm not going to complain. It looks good to me. Let me walk over and show you the stand we have up here. So this is a large field. See that wooden pole that's right there? On the top of that wooden pole, I have a live view camera. It's a new trail camera that runs on cellular that you can go back and forth, and you can look wherever you want. And I'll show you a clip here in a second. We haven't had many bucks come in here lately. They were swarming in here before when this was growing. Last night was the first night that I saw all the bucks come out of the woods into this field. And the does are sitting back down over there. I got a cool little video I'll show you. So that field, and then all that back there and behind the house is all woods. But let me show you the stand we built. I ordered these leg brackets on eBay, I think it was. So here's the stand, sitting under a pecan tree, and these little brackets here, which are really cool. And then they've stained it really heavy. Matter of fact, the stain cans I think are still in here. Yeah, they left the stain cans. You can see the spider web. So we're gonna come in here and we're gonna finish this off. I want to put some rain resistance on the back and a little bit lower on the sides. I don't need it that open. Next year we're going to seed these pecan trees. Excuse me, we're going to fertilize the pecan trees. This year's crop was really low. And a lot of them, like this right here, see that? Man, those are huge. I just don't think they're going to stay on the tree because they're already starting to drop. I don't think they'll stay on the tree or we can harvest them this year. It's been so dry, and plus we didn't do any fertilization on them. Hopefully next year we'll actually have pecans to eat. Deep. These are the deep, thick woods that I'm talking about over here. I mean, we own 22 acres back here, and then there's hundreds of acres back over here, and that's where these bucks come in from. So one of my issues is I don't have a good tree that's near my feeder, and the deer are always far away. So what I'm gonna do today is show you a trick that I do with all my game cameras. And I grab a log and I put a log right in front of the game camera, and then I put moonshine gold on it. So that's what I'm gonna do today. Ooh, yeah, that sun's bright coming through. So for in one of my last videos, I did a video on the moonshine gold, and after I did that video, it completely sold out. They sold thousands of bags and it sold out. So after September 19th, I think, they said they're gonna have it back up in stock. I'll put a link to this as well. But you gotta smell a bag. That's the only thing you gotta do. Once you open it and smell it, you'll understand why the deer come to this so quickly. I mean, usually it's within hours. So what I've done, what I like to do, I've got my camera over here, and then the feeder is over there. Well, the deer never really get close enough to get a really good image of the bucks. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take this, I'm just going to sprinkle this right on the top of the log. Just like that. Matter of fact, I may even sort of coax them in, give them a trail to find. I made one mistake. I didn't tell how high the guys, didn't tell the guys how high to put the roof, and they put the roof way too high. So what I'm doing today is I'm sort of wrapping the upper section with some of this cheap camo tarp and just a staple gun. And I'll also show you the best chair I've found for tree stands. Believe it or not, I found this chair at Walmart. And it's a mossy oak and it's a swivel. So it's a swivel chair. So I didn't want all that sunlight coming in on me because I'm going to hunt this stand mainly in the mornings. So I didn't want the sunlight coming in. I wanted a solid black background back here. Plus, if I want to hunt this in the rain, I want to be able to snuggle up against this wall back here. So I left this solid, and then I can see all the way around me, all the way around. And I can shoot well. So, just another little tip for you. Good Lord, this tree is loaded with bees. Anyways, guys, moonshine gold, if you're wondering, I'm hoping it'll be back in stock probably, I would say, after the 19th of this month. Give it a try. It's pretty cool. And that's it. Got to go inside and work. Doc.